Employee performance process. With an organization of 25 employees and growing, our company should start by having yearly staff performance reviews. Though we have 2 locations in 2 different cities, this may seem difficult to do, especially with some managers not working directly with the employee in the same city. Why is performance appraisals important? I think that having performance appraisals is important because it can benefit the company in the long run. For example, we are able to set goals with our employees, help employees grow professionally, and also recognize top performers. Setting goals. This helps us build accountability, encourage employees to measure their work, and it also helps them work towards something. Growing professionally. This allows employees to focus, have a development plan after review, and also pushes employees to do better at their job. We don't want employees coming in every day and becoming bored on what they're doing over and over again. We want them to be excited and have something new to work on. Top performers. With our growing company, promotions are along the way. Being able to see who the stronger employees are, going beyond company goals is very important. With the performance reviews, I believe it is a good outlook among other things to look at when deciding who to promote. Also, giving those that are exceeded in their job description, it may be a good idea to give them a bit more responsibility. I believe that this way they don't feel bored doing the same thing every day, and also it will make them feel valued and show we trust them in giving them more responsibility. Self-evaluation. Before manager performance appraisals, I think we should give our staff self-evaluations, and they should be able to have this done before coming in to the performance appraisals and giving it to the manager so they can look over. This way they are involved in the process, they're able to think with their own strengths and also their weaknesses, and they also can know what to improve on. I believe this also will benefit us in the long run because not many people take criticism very well. This way, they may be prepared in the formal performance review if something is not up to quo. Management by objectives, MBOs. Management by objectives is a type of performance appraisal which I think would be a good idea for us. This is when a manager and an employee work together to develop objectives, and at the end of the period, the employee is measured on whether or not the objective was met. Since this is our first one, I believe we can do it a little bit differently. With the self-evaluation and then have the formal performance reviews. With this, we can have the manager and the employee develop an objective plan at the end of the review and have that time until the next review to measure up to the objective that was planned. We should also be sure to have the same performance scale for each employee. I think the combination between essay appraisal and graphic rating scale would be best suited because there is a section where it is rated above average, average, below expectation, and the manager is able to check off which area is best described. And also with the essay rating, they will be able to make comments about the employee's performance for each attribute. We also want to be sure to have the job description for each employee since they all have different job descriptions. We don't want to be biased and think that they're all the same. I had made an example of what our appraisal could be. We have the employee name, the date, their title, and the department. And we have 4 columns, one with above average, average, below expectations, and we also have a section for comments. On the left, we have the attribute, which I just put in a couple, dependable, shows problem-solving ability, takes initiative, shows leadership within department. What does this employee do well? What aspects of his or her job performance should be improved? And at the bottom, we have the employee's signature saying that they looked it over and asked any questions that they may have. And we also have the manager signature at the bottom as well. We can have the employee make a copy if they'd like and keep our original with their employee files for further outlook if anything is needed ever. Another idea I had was for the manager's employees that do not directly work with the employees in the same city have a video conference. We want all employees to feel that they're equal and have one-on-ones with those that are in the cities are a bit difficult. I thought that having a video conference for employee performance reviews could be the next step where employees and managers can still interact and make an objective plan. My last idea was at the end of the review, have some sort of point system for each attribute, and at the end, calculate all the points, and depending on how many they total, we can figure out the percentage of a raise that the employee will receive. Having raises, I believe, will lower turnover and also make the employees feel valued as well. But with this, there may have to be a bit more on what is in the budget and everything.